probably saw this across social media or near text groups, Facebook, whatever it is. Jim Harbaugh supposed to be Michigan's honorary captain when the national champions are honored and they roll out the red carpet and they probably hang a banner or something like that. But he will not be Michigan's honorary captain. They put out there that he's going to be in the submarine. He's going to be heads down, focusing on his new team, the Chargers, and didn't want to come to Michigan just to get rounds of applause. Honestly, guys, a little disappointed in me. Seems like Michigan, just like they did several times back during the season around the whole suspension thing, is kind of just, bending over and taking it from the NCAA. Probably somebody, an alumni, said, hey, we don't want to make the NCAA mad. This is sticking to their face. Jim Harbaugh just got the show cause penalty. Kind of a pussy move, if you ask me, from Michigan, Sherrone Moore. But I don't think they have any problem with Fresno State, of course, although they did go 9-4 last year. But I think this is Michigan and Jim Harbaugh and Sherrone Moore just kind of, avoiding any more trouble with the NCAA. I thought it was a great move. It was almost 100% unanimous excitement about that from the fan base, and now it will not happen. I think it is in direct relation to some backlash from big donors or the media, the big J's of the media. Some other news about the former national champion Michigan Wolverines, JJ McCarthy. Rough news for him today. I thought he looked awesome on Saturday in his first preseason action. 2 nice touchdown passes, 1 deep down the left sideline, 1 interception, but looked great. He has got a torn meniscus, and although we don't know what's going to be the total outcome, the final word, if it's the good torn meniscus, it's 4 to 6 weeks. If it's the bad one, I just saw this recently, Jack. I'm not sure if this is accurate, if I'm just reading fake news tweets, but could miss the entire season. It could be 4 to 6 months if it's really bad. So we'll see how it shakes out. They may even go in there. I've seen this with knees where they kind of go in there to check it out, make a decision if it's the good one, do the surgery there. If it's not, then they clean it up and they go back in for another surgery a week or 2 later. So JJ could miss his entire rookie season if it's the good one, right? No surgery is good, but I think he'd be out for 4 to 6 weeks, but they wouldn't want to push him back in there week 3, week 4 of the NFL season. They've got a bye week on week 6. Next week after that, the Vikings play the Lions at home. Not saying JJ would start, but I think he could be definitely in the lineup in the game action, be in uniform October 20th against your hometown Detroit Lions. Let's take a look at what we've got on today's show. It's the Michigan Football Mailbag. As always, I am your host, James Yoder. We started with Jim Harbaugh. We started with JJ McCarthy. Now let's get into the nuts and bolts of this 2024 Michigan football season. Wanted to update you guys. Talked to you about my video last Monday. We have set a goal this month. We have a monthly goal Jack and I do every month to knock a metric out of the water. We're off to a good start, but haven't had many videos. Only 4th video of this month. 1,416 likes out of our goal of 6,200. Now we're going to do more videos the deeper we get into the month, closer to game day. So I think we'll catch up. But per video basis, you see there 476, 651, and then 289 from last night's video. So by the time you're watching this, that could be 350, 400. So we're right there. Like the video. It's free. It supports the show. Now, if you don't want to do it for me, James, you're kind of a jerk. You talk crazy. You talk trash about Jim Harbaugh. Whatever it is, do it for this guy. Young man named Preston Yoder, Lake Highlands Elementary School in Dallas. The heart of Texas, right? Texas hats all everywhere. All kinds of parents in there today. He walks in with a Michigan football backpack into the Lions Den of Texas Longhorns fans. If not for me, like the video for Preston. First day of 2nd grade. Give the young man a like. If we get to 750 likes, right? We'll be better than those last shoes we showed there. I'm going to have Preston do a little thank you video for you guys. We'll show it either later this week or early next week. So give Preston Yoder a like for rocking that in the Lions Den. We will be at the game, Preston and myself, September 7th, Michigan versus Texas. Let's take some questions from you guys from Instagram, from Twitter, from YouTube, and from our Facebook page. We're going to start off with Instagram, coming from Anton, or let's say Anton Carl. Give a few shout-outs here, by the way. Yesterday's show, we said follow us on Instagram. Needed 15 followers to take our Instagram account off private. Had 23 as of this morning. Give a few shout-outs. Pancakes Montag. We got Dylan Gregory 210. Guilty Simpson. Kiko 1196. Gage W. Jensen Music. Ward Connolly. Joe Swanson 6. Tyler Milligan. And Go Quazy. KWAZY on there. So will the quarterback play cost us games, especially the big games early on in the schedule? So Michigan starts the season off last day of August and the month of September. 5 straight home games to start the year in a second back-to-back 8 home game slate out of 12. You got Fresno State, Arkansas State, Minnesota. You should win all 3 of those games. The big ones against Texas, right? Number 4 in the poll, and then USC, who's ranked down there around the mid-20s. I think it's a reasonable concern, right? The biggest flub that Jim Harbaugh had after JJ McCarthy committed way back when he was a sophomore in high school, right? May 11th, 2019, is Michigan didn't get another quarterback to commit, a high-level quarterback, until Jayden Davis, who is now a true freshman on campus, right? Swung and a miss on Dante Moore, swung and a miss on CJ Carl, who's in the same class here, and others. They went the entire 2022 and 2023 class really without any high-level quarterbacks. Alex Orji was in there, Jaden Denegal, but these are not kind of plug-and-play passers that you would expect like McCarthy was, and hell, even like Cade McNamara was before him in his 1 year starting in 2021. We're going to talk about why that is here in a second, but I think it's the biggest, most valid concern is we know what we're getting from this defense this year. We know Michigan's got 2 first-round defensive linemen, the best cornerback in college football and defense. What's going to be the offense? The Donovan Edwards, Colson Loveland. The offensive line, I'm assuming, is going to be good. That quarterback play is really the question mark that could keep this team from going 12-0 again, repeating as Big Ten champions for a 4th straight year, beat Ohio State again, and having 3 or 4 losses. And you're looking kind of in the mirror in 2025 with Sherrone Moore's second year of what do we have as a program in the post-Jim Harbaugh era. All right, Michigan is playing in 19 days from now. Am I right? 19 days? 18 days from now. 18 days from now, Fresno State. So we will make this deal for you guys. If anybody can predict the score, right? Predict the score down in the comments. Jack, let's make this the pinned comment in today's video, okay? Pinned comment, so right below the video will be the top comment. Reply to that if you can. Makes it way easier for us. Give me a score prediction, right? Put Michigan's going to win, so right, maybe put Michigan afterwards. So my Michigan 31-10, Michigan 45-17, whatever it is. Couple rules. You have to get it in before kickoff, right? 7:30 Eastern on August 31st, and you cannot edit it. Under no circumstances can you edit it. I don't care if it's edited right now, edited later. If you edit it, we just think that you went in after the game and changed your score, and the first person does it. So go do it right now. Don't wait. If 10 people pick 45-17, that's the score. The first person to comment, that is the one getting the $25. I'll go back to your comment, reply, you send me a Venmo, boom, $25 straight to you. How about this one? I didn't see this one at all, Jack. I haven't seen anything about this, right? I'm not sure if this is a Ohio State fan, Penn State fan, just a hater on there, but I thought it was interesting. Any info on the alleged Michigan gambling scandal? I have heard nothing about this, so if anyone has any information, hit me on X, at Twitter, at James Yoder, at Instagram. I don't know what you're talking about because if we can fix games, I'm in for it. Hopefully the players won't do that, but I am in for it because I am betting this year at BetUS. They're back with us for a 4th straight season. Go get a 125% deposit bonus at BetUS. Use the URL right there, right? Type in chatsports.com. We make it real simple for you. Chatsports.com/GoBlue. Boom. It redirects you to the sign-up page at BetUS to get your 125% deposit bonus. All you got to do is type in that promo code GoBlue, no spaces, when you make your first deposit. Some odds for you. Michigan is a 21.5-point favorite in the season opener. 47.5 points is the over-under in this game. So, hell, if you think Michigan's going to win by 22 more points, boom. Go ahead and pick them with BetUS. Get your 125% deposit bonus. I don't know, Jack. I might take Fresno State in this one. I'm not sure we're going to get out of this Michigan offense. I think that could be a scoring game where it's like 24-10 or something like that. I'm not sure if Michigan's going to cover that spread. What I do think they will cover is this. Over-under is 9. Usually it's 9.5 or 10.5 or 8.5. They've got Michigan as a solid 9, so that's the over-under. So if you think they're going 8-4 in the regular season, bet the under. If you think they're going 9-3, it's going to be a push. I'm going over, right? I've got them as 12-0, back-to-back, 3rd straight undefeated regular season. I'm making that bet at BetUS, chatsports.com/GoBlue. Promo code's GoBlue. Get your 125% deposit bonus. You put in 100, you get an extra 125. You guys are smart. Go do it with BetUS. Question coming in from Bill Griffin. Now, Bill put this question in, and before I can even answer on the show, somebody had a great response to him, so we'll show that. Why was the quarterback position not addressed post-JJ? We talked about the recruiting misses in 2022 and 23. A slightly above average quarterback would make this team a repeat possibility. Then Luke comes in and replies on Twitter. He says, I got you, bro. The college football offseason is a complete mess. Michigan, Washington, totally screwed. And you can read the rest of it there. I think it's something that needs to be addressed in college football because this year the calendar is even more wacky, right? You got recruiting national signing days being moved up 2 weeks from like December 21st to December 3rd or something like that, right? Then you've got the college football playoff. The round on campus is like December 20th, 21st. Then 10 days, you got games on the 31st, the 1st of January. 10 days, you got games on the 9th, 10th, 11th. And then you wait another 10 days, right? Until January 21st is when this season goes. If you're the national title hunt, and your quarterback might go pro if he has a great postseason or might not. Imagine if JJ looked like crap in those games in the postseason. He would have come back for another year. Michigan would have got let's say they went and got a transfer portal quarterback, Cam Ward, somebody like that. Hell, even Will Howard, who went to Ohio State. If that would have happened, they'd be like, well, hey, we know you just came here, but now JJ's coming back. You look like a schmuck. So Michigan was put at a big-time disadvantage. JJ didn't know whether he was going pro, and Michigan, of course, didn't want to be recruiting other players in the transfer portal, really, when they're focusing on winning a national title. So college football's got to figure this out. I've said before, if you want, I'll resign here at Chat Sports. Sorry, guys. I can be college football commissioner if people want someone with competency and understands calendars. But that's why reason Michigan is in this conundrum with the quarterback play and having to rely on Alex Orji, who, frankly, Marsh, you said you covered him in college, at high school, right? Kind of a shot put kind of guy, right? Like, doesn't like arm punter, is not too accurate of a thrower. So we got somebody in the room right now that covered him in high school. I don't know. We'll see. It's going to be a very dumbed-down passing game, and you're going to see a lot of read options or, hell, a lot of look one way, boom, take off from Michigan's quarterback, Alex Orji, if he is the one to get the start. As you saw the video yesterday, saw the video last week with the injury right now to Jack Tuttle, I think it's looking like Alex Orji will be your guy for game one. Jeremy Case coming in on Twitter, on X. Who makes the bigger difference this season, Fred Moore or Jair Hill? Now, I haven't put out my starters for defense in a lot of positions yet, but we alluded to this last week on Jair Hill. Expected starting wide receivers, though. We talked about this on Monday's show. Everyone knows Tyler Morris. Everyone knows Samaj Morgan. Fredrick Moore is a name many Michigan fans may have never even heard of, but he is taking the snaps when Michigan is in a 3 wide receiver set, which is rare right now, with Orji behind center with the ones. They're doing a lot of 2 tight end, a lot of 2 back sets, not a ton of 3 wide receiver sets, but he will be considered starting wide receiver. How about on the other side, though? Jair Hill. Big-time recruit, didn't do a ton last year, but has really emerged this summer and will be your starting cornerback 2, I believe, against Fresno State. So given what we know there, right, 3 wide receiver set is being de-emphasized. Jair Hill is going to be in the starting lineup as a quarterback 2 outside of the best corner in college football, Will Johnson. I think Jair Hill is got to be the answer, because he's going to play a much more important role, see the ball thrown to him a ton more than Fredrick Moore will see the ball thrown to him on the opposite side of the ball as wide receiver, starting as a true sophomore. How about my guy coming in, TB, College Sports TB? He says, if Orji starts game 1 and struggles, do they go with Tuttle for Texas, or does Orji get the start? Orji's going to start on a short leash. Jack, you ever have an orgy and you have a short leash? You ever have that one going on? Short leash in the orgy, not a good thing, right? You want a long leash when you've got Orji behind center or in other places in your life. We're going to have fun with this all year, Jack, so quit blushing. Every time we say orgy, you can't blush, Jack. You just can't blush. But he's going to have a short leash, right? Yesterday's show, I don't want to rehash it. If you didn't watch the entire thing, go back. I covered all the scenarios here on quarterback. Is if he starts the game and it's playing really well against Fresno State, he's still going to get pulled, whether it's in the second quarter, third quarter, to give Davis Warren, maybe to give some other guys a series or 2 with the ones. Then what happens against Texas? If Michigan's moving the ball on offense, he's going to stay in the game. But if it's the middle of the second quarter and Michigan's got 6 yards passing and 13 yards rushing, they're going to bring in another quarterback, see if they can spark the offense, which I expect probably to happen. I don't think Orji is going to come in his second game. Really hasn't thrown a pass in through 1 pass as a true freshman in 2022. Prior to that, it's been since high school he's thrown a pass in a competitive game. I think Michigan's going to have to win that game like they did against Washington by just absolutely dominating the quarterback, Quinn Ewers, like they did Michael Penix. I showed this yesterday, walking off the field, holding his ribs. They're going to have to do that, win a low-scoring game, focusing on the running attack, and I don't think you really have to have Orji or Tuttle or Davis Warren in the game to do either of those 2 things. If Michigan were to lose to Texas, right, some crazy scenario that it happens, it really depends on how bad Orji played as a starter in that game, on who starts the third game against Arkansas State, gearing up for that game in the 4th week of the season when USC comes to the Big House. So I don't think we're going to know anything. Like I said, a lot. I've repeated this. I've said a lot of things on the last 3 shows, right? Because there's so many question marks with these teams. But one of the things you just got to understand going into the season. JJ McCarthy is not walking through that door. Blake Corum is not walking through that door. This offense is going to frustrate the hell out of you if you have watched every snap of the last 3 seasons going 40-3. And hell, if you watched 20-plus years of Michigan football where they've had great offenses and pretty terrible offenses, this one, at least for the first 2, 3, 4, 5, hell, maybe even the entire season, could be one of the more frustrating offenses that we've seen, because you're going to have a lot of time where, boom, 5 guys right there, 5-yard, dump off pass, first down, keep the drive going, and Orji's just going to throw it at his feet or over his head or not even see him or throw an interception. It's going to be frustrating. So Michigan needs to make sure they have the best, if not one of the 2 or 3 best defenses in college football one more time. Make sure you guys are subscribed to the channel if you have yet to do so. We're at 31,582 subscribers. We're giving you a free, almost daily, near daily Michigan football videos. We got a few last week, but Jack and I were 2 for 2 this week. Monday, Tuesday, we're going to keep it rolling, Jack. We're going to keep it rolling all week long. Coming in from DPH Buckeyes on Twitter, who will be the surprise player from Michigan that nobody is talking about? Well, as an Ohio State fan here at DPH Buckeyes, this guy should give you nightmares, right? Declared for the NFL draft as after his 5th year, but then decided, well, no one's giving me any much draft love. I'm going to come back, right? 5 years, a backup the entire time. Now he is slated with the injury of Rod Moore. How about Quentin Johnson, right? Absolutely ended the psyche and maybe even the career, although he's still playing, of Emeka Egbuka on that pass in the game where Egbuka's coming wide open down the seam of the field, and Johnson just met him, didn't get targeting, didn't get helmet to helmet, just kind of elbows right in his chest and knocked him from here to Sunday. And Johnson came back for a 6th year. He is now slated to be your free safety, and he is going to be part of what I still think could be one of the best secondaries in college football. You're losing Rod Moore, the best safety in college football. He's injured. He's out for the year. Maybe he comes back if Michigan makes a deep playoff run, but I doubt it. And you, of course, are missing Keon Saab, who started 9 games last year, decided to transfer to Alabama because he thought he was going to get lost in the shuffle at safety. So you could have 2 of the best safeties in the country coming back at that nickel and that free safety spot, but I like what they've got coming back with Quentin Johnson. That is my starting group for game 1, and I bet that's pretty much what it looks like the entire 2024 season. KJ coming in, he says, hot take. This is a pretty hot take, Jack said when we were getting ready for the show. Kalel Mullings finishes with more touchdowns than the Don. Give me your thoughts. It's not crazy. We haven't seen this necessarily in the Sherrone Moore offensive era. It's been Blake Corum. But who have we not seen? We really haven't seen Donovan Edwards. What game was that, Jack, last year where they were like, come on, they were almost begging the coaches to give Donovan Edwards a carry inside the 5 because he hadn't scored a touchdown. We 6-7 weeks into the season, right? I don't know, it's probably like Purdue or Michigan State, something like that. Because Edwards has just struggled inside the 5-yard line, but so was Kalel Mullings, right? Go back to the TCU game. Michigan had the ball twice inside the 5-yard line in the first quarter, had that 4th down reverse play, and then fumbled the next possession with Kalel Mullings. So Mullings isn't a guarantee inside the red zone, inside the 5. I think you're going to see a lot of Alex Orji on that play, but keep an eye out for something that we're not expecting. Remember in 2016, right, before Sherrone Moore was even with this program, how about Khalid Hill, right? Was a tight end. Jim Harbaugh kept him a tight end, but then moved him to fullback in short yardage situations. The guy had 10 rushing touchdowns on, let me count it, where was it again? 25 carries, 10 of them were touchdowns on the entire season. 10 touchdowns on 39 yards rushing. I don't know if it's not going to be Kalel Mullings because he is the backup running back, but can there be somebody else who plays one of those hybrid fullback tight end roles that gets those short yard situations if Michigan cannot rely on Donovan Edwards or even Kalel Mullings? But I think it's something to ponder, something to consider if Edwards has not figured out his ability to stuff the ball inside in the end zone when Michigan's inside the 5, inside maybe even the 10-yard line, like Blake Corum was potentially the best ever at doing it for this program. Let me know if you guys are going to Michigan, Texas. I said I'm going there. It's going to be myself and Preston. So if you like the video for the kid, he's wearing that Michigan book bag. It's all kinds of Texas hats. Kids wearing Texas shirts. They looked at him like he was crazy. Like the video for him because he will get a kick out of it, I'm sure. And I'll make a thank you video. If you're going to be there, comment me. I'll start replying to you guys. Maybe there's some tailgate or something that we can do pregame. But given it's a 12 o'clock game, maybe it's a postgame celebration meetup of Michigan Football Report fans. J-Aiders, Jack, throw up the 8. Throw up the 8. We are J-Aiders. Michigan won the national title January 8th. And throw the 8 down in the comments. We'll see you guys back on Wednesday with more Michigan football news and rumors. Till then, go Blue.